Welcome to PBKC today for another great live stream right here on twitch.tv. Thank you everyone for listening. We're actually going on time today, which is awesome. The tournament that happened the other night was a little bit late. We're right on time today, and what you're watching right now is one of the featured tables of day 1A of our main event, the $200,000 guaranteed championship event. This is one of our main event tables right here of day 1A, one of our featured tables. I'm on the show today. My name is Mike Jameson. And today I'm on the show with Noah Carbone. A lot of talk at the table today. This is going to be a very interesting live stream. What do you think, Noah?
Yeah, we have one person who traditionally is known to be one of the best talkers in the game. I don't know who to compare him to in sports, but he's out there. You know, Conor McGregor or Muhammad Ali like to type in your face like, I'm going to talk. So we're going to get some show today for sure.
Oh, for sure. And one of the things we're going to do, too, on this show is we're just going to sit back and let you hear the talk at the table. And the great talker that Noah's talking about is Maurice Hawkins. A lot of people know that name. He's a person that has well over, what, $4 million in wins?
And 13 circuit. He's actually the leader for circuit rings for the World Series of Poker, which is an absolutely mind-boggling accomplishment.
It's crazy.
And the next guy's a couple rings behind. I mean, he is known as one of the toughest players on the circuit at any given time. And it's just absolutely a matter of time before he wins something gigantic at the World Series of Poker or one of these other events. It's just a matter of time.
He is, and you're listening to Noah. This is actually on a 15-minute delay. So anything you're seeing right now on Twitch happened 15 minutes ago. I want to let you know that because of the fact that, you know, obviously there's nothing going on where anybody at the table knows any of the other players' cards. So therefore, we're on a 15-minute delay as we do on all of our live streams right here on twitch.tv. And if your friends are looking for it, just go to twitch.tv and tell them to search PBKC Poker. And again, this is the featured table of day 1A of our main event with the $200,000 guarantee right here at PBKC 1111 North Congress Avenue right here in West Palm Beach.
So, yeah, what an exciting event. Day 2 tomorrow, so if you haven't gotten here yet, you can still register today. If you can't make it today, tomorrow another flight. And then we'll go ahead and wrap up on Sunday. You'll be able to see the final table of the event right here, live on Twitch.
Probably Sunday night sometime, probably a little bit later because we have a lot of players that are going to be going into the final day.
So as we listen to the players, it's, you know, these players have played with each other for about an hour and a half. They're pretty comfortable with each other. Once in a while, we get a new player introduced, and he'll have to take a couple of hands to get to feel out the group. So here's the question right now. He's asking, and he's known.
He is.
You have 13 rings, yes. I think that does change how people approach him. I know if I'm sitting at a table and Maurice Hawkins is at the same table, I'm trying to pick my spots a little better. I don't know if I'm trying to get involved directly against Maurice Hawkins, one of the best players that has played in any of these events, and go head-to-head with them. There's just better spots, and Maurice knows that, and he uses that to his advantage in spots. So as you watch this play, you'll see that. You'll see that interaction. You'll see Maurice go aggressively at some people and be able to do some things that any player, a generic player, wouldn't be able to do.
Yeah, and one of the things that a lot of people know if you watch a lot of poker on TV is you know the way he plays, you know everything about it. Therefore, you're probably going to know, you know, what his tactics are going to be to try to psych you out and try to get in your head. But, you know, I don't know if that's an advantage or a disadvantage, the fact that I'm sure almost everybody at the table knows who this gentleman is and knows the reputation and knows, you know, I think you said 14, what is it, 14 rings is one?
Right. It's either 13 and 14, and love him or hate him, And there's equal both, at least equal. Love him or hate him, his track record clearly speaks for himself. I mean, he has the numbers to back it up. So at some point, maybe he could say a few things. I don't know if I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, maybe a little humility, but I don't know if that's Maurice's vocabulary.
Well, would you be up for the challenge when you see a player like that and you sit there and you're looking at a professional? You know, does that get you excited, or are you going to be intimidated by that? I feel like most people might think of that as a good opportunity to play head-to-head with somebody that's won so much.
And it does play into it. It does play into it sometimes, where players will go at a player just to say, I knocked Maurice Hawkins out of the park.
Exactly.
Yes, that does come up.
How much is that? 1,400. I think I'm going to call.
So, you know, that's what I think about it. We got some listeners right there. Verlershi, rooting for his favorite. You got Burns in the house, so it's Team Zone out. Let's get a PLO game going there. Yeah, come on in. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Tom is my dad in real life. Jeffrey, the ninth wonder. Good luck all. BG Collectibles. Good luck, guys. Watch out for Evan. He's a beast. We're going to run down the players in just a few minutes here. Again, you're watching. It's a $200,000 guaranteed main event. This is day one. This is our feature table today here at PBKC.
So Maurice takes that one down, and as we're talking about Maurice, he's just doing what he does and getting people isolated and getting reads, and he does. The most amazing thing that I've seen him do, we had a large circuit event here. It was our main event. Maurice showed up at the table and proceeded to lose most of his chips and was left basically almost felted. And somebody got in his ear a little bit and gave him a little bit of his own business. And with 9 players left, Maurice, with hardly any chips, told him, now you did it. I'm going to win this event. Babe Ruth style, called his shot and proceeded to go on and take it down. It was one of the most impressive things I've ever seen at the poker table.
It's very Michael Jordan-like. You know, you get a chip on your shoulder. You get something that gets you really pushing hard to win, and that's the heart of a champion right there. Team Zone Out says, tell Q to stop being scared of the cameras. Scooby-Dooby-Doo says, go Tom. And Scott Winby says, Adam is the best.
And we'll have Adam. I believe Adam will be joining us again on Sunday.
Yep.
Adam the player, or is he? We're talking about Adam.
I don't know, maybe there's an Adam. There is an Adam. Adam Koppel is at the table in seat
number
3 right now. Yeah, that's Adam. That's Adam. He's from West Palm Beach. He's in seat 3 right now. No, one of the coolest things I think of is, as Noah mentioned to me about Maurice, this is a while ago, in one of the early tournaments in the year. And one of the cool things is that he's a regular here. He plays here often, and I'm sure it's a delight for our local players, our regular players, to come in and play with professionals, and also to win more money and to beat professionals. I guess that's got to be an awesome thing, doesn't it?
It is. It's always good to come in and see the name players, and especially during these larger events, when the larger events come into town. We get a lot of players that are looking for larger games or larger tournaments, and it gives them an opportunity to come in, play with whomever. I mean, we have players in here that play in our daily tournaments or play once a week who took a $70 ticket and parlayed it into a seat in the main event, and now they have an opportunity to win their part of $200,000 and play against the likes of Maurice Hawkins on a stream table. Worst case, you have a great story if you get busted.
Of course.
But you have something to tell somebody.
Oh, for sure. BG Collectibles, that is Gelrod. He was actually one of our dealers for the live stream on Wednesday night. He's talking about Adam, said he's a regular player, 2-5 player here. So that's who the guy was rooting for, was Adam Koppel of West Palm Beach.
You can watch it over and over.
So you'll see Maurice is in a big blind, and it's coming. I mean, if you don't have headphones on and you're not ready for it, you got to be prepared to hear what's coming, because I won't ever say that Maurice, he won't break the rules at the table, but he'll walk the line to where he's trying to talk to you. He might talk to you about sports at some time or what you do for a living, but he's gaining information the whole while of trying to figure out how willing you are to gamble.
Of course, barefoot. The buy-in was $1,100 for this. $1,100 for the buy-in.
While playing at a feature table at the
The players they're excited. They're
They
saying,
are.
you know, the feature table. This is the only live stream that I know of in Florida, South Florida.
Yeah.
Arguably one of the nicest setups. You know, I hope everybody enjoys the presentation. It's nice being able to hear the players. It's nice being able to see the hole cards,
It is.
to get a feel for what they're doing. I haven't had the opportunity, aside from maybe a few hands, to see what Maurice plays and what he's doing. I see him turn it up, and I try to figure out afterwards what exactly happened. But you get to watch real time with Maurice, watch the hands, and what a player of his caliber does on any given hand.
Yeah, Jimmy Summerfeld's checking in, says great setup. So is Steffi Mo. Hey, how you doing, Steph? Barefoot, like I said before, the buy-in is $1,100. Scott Wimby obviously knows Adam very well. Team Zone Outs talking to Q on here. You got Byrne. How many players have registered right now? What is number? Probably
we're close to 90, a little bit 90. We got plenty of time left in registration, so people will be rolling in today. And then obviously we have tomorrow. We have a couple satellites running here shortly. We have the 2 o'clock already started, obviously, and then we'll have, I believe,
the 7
o'clock.
Yeah, the 7 o'clock is both the 2 o'clock and the 7 o'clock. We actually added 5 seats to both of those tournaments. So instead of just giving away 1 ticket to the main event, both those tournaments, the 2 o'clock, which already started, and the 7 o'clock, we're going to be giving away 5 seats to this main event. And again, this is
Guaranteed
day 1.
5.
Guaranteed.
Or no, 5 added seats. That's
Added
not guaranteed.
seats.
That's 5 added
Of course,
seats.
yeah.
So if there's 8 players, it's still 5 added seats, correct?
Yeah,
right,
it
which
is.
is amazing. So come on down. That's running here shortly at 7. 5 seats added. It's going to be a great event for a small fee.
Yeah.
You could basically get
Like
yourself
$130.
$130 is correct. So for $130, so you parlay it into $1,100 ticket. You parlay it to $30,000, and you get to play against Maurice Hawkins.
It's the coolest thing. It really is. I mean, yeah, you know, you come in tonight, play for $130. Again, we're giving away 5 guaranteed seats. Like Noah said, if 10 people show up, we're still giving away 5 seats. Lolly Summerfeld's checking in. Tell the dealer Teresa Summerfeld said hi. That's Teresa Summerfeld, obviously. I think she's probably some kind of relation to
She
Jimmy
is
Summerfeld.
definitely in relation to Jimmy Summerfeld. She definitely puts up with a lot of stuff from Jimmy.
Of course, yeah.
Their social media antics.
Yeah, being a Facebook friend of Jimmy, all I can say to Teresa is, I'm sorry.
Could you imagine being his wife?
Man, I'm telling you.
It's a long
We
road.
deal with him a couple
sorry.
times a year. We can't imagine dealing with him every day, that's for sure. Barefoot 42 says, it's nice to see the live stream. I believe PBKC is going to be on the map. I'm going to predict a $1 million guaranteed next year. You might be right.
said it.
You might be right.
Or we
Maybe.
commit.
We're not committing
it's
to
a
that.
definitely
We're not
maybe.
saying that.
PBKC is the first property in Florida
Yeah.
to do a $1 million guarantee, $500 buy-in event.
Yep.
And it was nuts.
Bananas. I can get Tim Wright, our poker room manager. I can get him in here right now, and he could talk to you for this entire show about that tournament. Right. He was just actually talking about it to our general manager like 5 minutes ago. That's one of those times you'll never forget here.
No, and I remember on day 2, after everybody heard about how big it was going to be, for the second flight, there was actually people in a parking lot at 3 a.m. With lawn chairs, hanging out, throwing a football, and basically having a mini party.
It's like a tailgate party.
It was a tailgate. It was actually coined poker's largest tailgate party by Nolan Dollar from the World Series Poker. He coined it that, and for forever we would have had the largest tailgate party in poker history. It will never be matched.
It was awesome, and I was mentioning to them back then. Obviously, I wasn't working in the poker room. I was the announcer here at the Palm Beach Kennel Club for the Greyhound races. But all I remember is pulling in on a Friday night. There wasn't a parking spot in the whole lot.
And that lot's big.
It is. It's a huge lot. And it was just unbelievable the amount of people that those great tournaments brought here. And again, my name is Mike Jameson. I'm your host for this afternoon. This is my co-host, Noah Carbone. You might know him
From
as
Disney Pixar films? Or?
from Disney Pixar films. He was actually the lead in the Rapunzel movie, Tangled. Those are the pictures that Noah came up with the other day, and you know, I'm an ugly baby. I really feel like I am.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with you.
Yeah, I agree. But this is a great tournament. This is right now the feature table of our $200,000 guaranteed main event. This is 1A right now. 1B will be tomorrow, just like Noah said. We also have some satellites. We have a mega satellite tonight at 7 o'clock, 5 guaranteed seats for just a $130 buy-in. One of my absolute favorite things is the Donkey No Juice one-hand tournament.
You do like those, Mike.
That's my favorite thing. It really is. I had no
Run it
idea
through.
What that was.
Everybody puts up, and
Yeah.
the house takes 0. Basically, we're playing one hand of poker, show it down, see who wins the ticket.
$120. We get 0 from that. The winner gets a ticket to the main event. I think the person who finishes second, I think they get their money back. So, like,
That's cool.
You know, it is really, honestly, the coolest thing. And it's called a No Juice Donkey Satellite. We play one hand at 11:45 a.m. tomorrow. As long as we get people that want to play it, we'll play it all day. 10 people put up $120. The winner of that one hand gets a seat to the main event. The second place gets their money back. We can play those all day if you want to come out and play those No Juice Donkey Satellites tomorrow. Also, the day 2 of the Guaranteed Championship event starts at noon tomorrow, $1,100 buy-in. And Mega Satellites also coming up at 2 on tomorrow. 2 o'clock is the Mega Satellite tomorrow, and that's to get into this main event of the Palm Beach Summer Classic. Steffi Mo, we're going to be streaming for sure on Sunday, and that is going to be the main event final.
Time to be decided. Depending on the size of the field and how fast the play goes. We will, as we get closer on Sunday, we'll have a better time frame, but it's no different than the arrival of a hurricane in Florida. You can guess, and you can get an idea, but really as time goes on, as it gets closer, we can dumb down the window, the cone of error, if you may, of time.
Cone of error.
And yeah, we'll squeeze the cone of error, we'll nail down that time, we'll put it out on Twitter, and we'll get everybody in here.
You know what, meteorologists, they're just lying to you anyway.
That's what we do.
On Sunday, here's what I can tell you. We're going to go live on Twitch for the main event between 4 o'clock and 10 o'clock. That's about all we can say.
Right now, that's what the window looks like.
I was saying it because I have wishful thinking that we'd be out of here on Sunday night by like 8 or 9 o'clock, and everybody laughed at me. And so we don't know exactly what time the main event's going to start, but it's going to be on Sunday. Obviously, we're going to give you some heads up on our social media. If you're not following us on Facebook, it's PB Kennel Club on Facebook, PB Kennel Club on Instagram. On Twitter, we have PB Kennel Club, and search PBKC Poker Room on Twitter. And obviously, if you follow us, mash that follow button, and you're going to get an email or a text telling you we're going live too. And that's for the main event final, which is going to happen on Sunday night.
So a little poker, Evan. Ace King, and he's just gonna pick up a small pot. So pace here. There's still plenty of play left. Nobody's really super interested in getting all their chips in at any point. Not at this stage. The blinds are reasonable still. Nobody's really put to the test.
Teresa Sommerfeld, she thanks us for all of our support. Obviously, we're on your side, Teresa. Scooby-Dooby-Doo said, "It's okay, Jimmy, I'm on your side. He's a great guy." Team Zone Out said he misses that World Series of Poker circuit there. Yeah, that was some awesome times and a lot of good memories.
So Maurice under the gun. And what is under the gun? Do you remember? As I'm teaching you the game of poker.
No.
Okay, first after the blinds, small blind, big blind.
Okay.
The next guy's under the gun. He has to make a decision right now. It's your turn. You're under the gun. Okay, so Maurice under the gun. Throws in a raise. Maurice with 6s.
Barefoot says he wants to get back in the game. Come on back after November. That'd be great.
And
what concerts are you going to, Barefoot? You said you spent some money on some concerts.
all right, so they're heating up. So, and Maurice calls. And I don't expect Maurice to make many mistakes, and I don't think that was one there. and he likes to get people isolated and see if he can make a play on them. So let's see what happens here. And it is only heads up. Maurice checks, and there's a bet right away from Adam. And Maurice fires him right in. And Maurice has outs.
Check.
And it's check back. So that's kind of what you would see. And Maurice doesn't give a lot of stuff away for free, so and
4,000.
he just throws in 1,000, hoping he has ace king, and Maurice is just going to let this go. Maurice was making a feeler bet. He wasn't looking to get called there. He was just, and he does call.
He does.
So you go through the thought process of how that hand plays out. So Maurice puts in a very small bet. Then Bill raises him, and Maurice calls it. Maurice trying to get in his head. If I was getting in Maurice's head, Maurice puts in such a small bet to entice a raise from Adam, and then Maurice hoped that what he did was actually do what he expected him to do, which is raise him, trying to get him off the pot, but he actually had a hand, if that makes any sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
No,
Looks like
there's smoke coming out of your ears now.
There is. Like, there's. I'm listening to the table right now. It's one of the best things about our live streams is you're going to hear everything that's been said at the table. Actually, have a new player coming in right now too. I believe that is Mark. I'm going to go over the players right now while we have a chance. Frank Villani is in seat number 1. Evan Teitelbaum is in seat number 2.
It's the only way you're saying your favorite, I guess.
In seat number 3, we have Adam Koppel. Adam has some fans already in the chat. Seat 4 now is going to be Mark Cannon from PSL. Brandon Brandon Knock, he's in seat number 5. Seat number 6, Solange Lucas. Seat number 7 is Robert Smalls. I don't believe we have a seat number 7 right now.
1,100 and a call. We're going to go.
We have Bill Stanton and Tom Nasuti.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Oh, I know what that is. I believe we know who's in seat number 7. That is Robert Smalls, also known as
Biggie.
Biggie. No, that's Maurice, obviously.
Robert Smalls.
Robert Smalls.
All right.
Yeah.
So Willie Nelson just arrived.
Willie Nelson's here. He's on the road again. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Letty Remy
spectacles.
said, good luck to everyone.
So
Go
is he
ahead.
going to drop down those spectacles, those glasses, when he's involved? Like, is he going to flip them down to try to keep somebody from looking into his soul? Like, I'm interested to see what happens here.
I think that guy has a lot of good stories. I can just tell by looking at him.
He has stories, and they have to do with rock bands.
They do.
1,200.
Is that kind of a Michael McDonald, Kenny Rogers type look?
It is.
I like it, though.
Blinds are up next in.
So he's new to table. He hasn't played with everybody. He's not going to get involved early unless he has a great hand. He's going to watch a little bit, see what's going on. And
See one open, though, not me.
Maurice likes to play hands and put people to the test. So you'll see he's more likely to play king, queen to a raise than to fold king, queen to a raise against anybody.
Check, check,
And wow, Bill wakes up with it.
check.
A monster hand, but Adam flops a set. Bill flops 2 pairs, so we're gonna have a little bit of some sparks here.
Bet
The only thing that helps him is
2,600.
it's a straightish flop where, you know, somebody could have a straight here, might back into a straight, so it might save him some money. But 2 pair here, you have to think you're good at this point, especially with that flop.
Raises to 5,500.
And he does. So Bill does think his 2 pair is good, and he is in terrible shape right now.
Wow.
Call.
And like I said, the way the flop's set up where it could be a possible straight, will save him some money. And now he gets saved even more money with the 4-card straight being out there.
Check.
So that's actually a good card for Bill, believe it or not. And that saves Bill money again because the board paired, which means he's counterfeited. His 2-pair isn't as strong as it was. And
7,000.
he comes right out and thinks it's good, but oh boy. And Adam comes right out with. And there's 23K at this stage. That's a fairly large pot.
There is.
Like I said, I think that card's going to save him 7K right here. I don't see a scenario where he could think his hand is good with the possible straight out there. And he does muck. So, all said, not the worst turnout for that hand. I know he did lose some chips, but frankly, the way the cards played out on the turn in the river, he saved a few bets.
Barefoot 42 is going to Rockville and Daytona. This is something you'd like. 4 days long. Metallica plays Friday and Sunday. Cypress Hill, Deftones, Rob Zombie, Stone Temple Pilots, and countless bands there. They got a hotel and a beach for 5 days. That's right. That's right up your alley right there. Steffi Moe likes Cypress Hill too. Diane is checking in. Diane Link, she was at our final table for the $100,000 guaranteed weekend multi-flight, which we did on Sunday, and she finished 4th place. A wonderful player from right here locally, and I'm glad that Diane is checking in with us today.
I think C4 is going to that concert.
C4? Oh, yeah, no. Sorry, C4 is playing in that concert. Barefoot locally in West Palm got tickets on Groupon for Korn and Stained and tickets for Slipknot. Those are all your type of bands, Noah. You're still into that stuff, right?
As time goes on, it's a little slightly aggressive for
Slightly
me.
aggressive for you.
Yeah,
You toned it down.
I get told by the family, like, why are you playing the old music again?
Yeah, they're sick
Why
of
you
Jim
listen to-
Croce.
Yeah, and James Taylor, like, what are you listening to?
They're sick of hearing Operator 30 times a day.
Yeah, you know, but I try to stay current a little bit, you know, keep up with what's going on.
Yeah.
Cardi B or whatever.
Scuba Vet just got Nightbotted. Stop spamming symbols, Scuba Vet.
Nightbot's tough sometimes.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think Scuba Vet is, I don't know if she likes Jim Croce. I mean,
She
maybe,
doesn't.
Maybe you're not playing the Rapid Roy and the good ones, but she probably is sick of Operator.
Small blind fold.
It's always nice to have Scuba Vet on the show.
Yeah, the wives are they're jumping right in, and they're excited that we're on here, so they can
They are.
to basically call us out.
Yeah.
Teresa Sommerfeld.
Yeah.
I mean, I expect your wife to pop in here at any
I
moment.
doubt she will. She hears enough of me at home. I'm sorry. Talk too much at home. She doesn't care for me.
2,500. Calls 25.
We have a pot here.
Heads up.
6K in the pot right now.
And you heard the dealer say heads up, so if you see, I assume Frank's cards didn't register, so Evan and Solange will be going, and she just comes right out. So at this stage of the game, with her chip stack, I don't know if there was a flop that could come out there that he checks and he doesn't just go all in. I don't know if there's a flop. She has to go in there. 2 ways to win a hand. You either have to have the cards or bluff everybody out of there. She had to take a stand at some point. Eventually, otherwise your chips will get whittled away, and you don't have any power to basically make a play like that. If she had 2,000 or 3,000, he just throws his 2,000 or 3,000 in, run the cards out, and we'll see who wins. But that was the proper play.
Yeah, we have a new dealer. Emily's here now. Emily Jenkin. I think she celebrated a birthday last week. She's one of our younger poker dealers here at PBKC. Poker dealer before was Patrick Tiller. That is our Atlanta Hawks fan. Not very happy about the Julio trade, I'm sure.
Falcons.
Falcons, Hawks, Falcons, whatever. But I'm sure he likes the Hawks too, so. Yeah, Steffi says, Emily's hair is so long now.
500.
That's the kind of information we're going to talk about in this live stream. I'm going to let her know you said that, Steffi Mo.
So Adam with 5s and Bill with 7s.
Maurice, 21.
So Evan with King Queen makes it
21. Call.
2100. As you hear the dealer say 21, that's 2100.
Okay.
And Frank's like, you know what? Let's get in there.
3 players.
And he's not. So 3 players. Frank actually folded.
Check.
So that ace on board is going to slow everybody down.
Check around.
And it does.
That's 4,000.
And now you know nobody has an ace. Check
Nope.
around. Nobody has an ace. Let's go ahead and make a play. First guy who bets, they get it because he's doing 2 things. He's betting his hand, but he's also betting that they really don't have an ace, or they would have bet. And again, disclaimer, I'm not a professional player, nor do I pretend to be. I've been around it for 24 years.
That's it? 24 years? I thought it was longer than that.
So I can make opinionated guesses.
Opinionated guesses.
Right,
I like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, we're not ready for you to do that yet, Mike, being that you've been around it for...
Do you know if we could watch this?
4 or 5 months now.
yeah, you'll get there. One day you'll be like, I remember when I didn't know anything about poker.
Yeah, when I'm like on a
today.
national broadcast someday.
Yeah, yeah.
Say, remember those days? Steffi Mo says, tell her I miss her too. Yeah, when I see Emily, I will definitely tell her that.
Call.
I already know I play that. I don't need
Calls
to
the 5.
You're gonna get to see me play bad too, though. Which one?
I aspire to have hair like him one day. I mean, look at that C4 hair.
I
I mean,
aspire to have hair at all, Noah. See, when people start talking about hair, I start getting upset now.
I'm sorry.
Team Zone Out says I pretend to be a pro-ski sometimes too, so.
This is supposed to make you play tighter, right?
That's all. Yeah, that's fair. I can pretend. Sit in, pretend I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. For
You
years,
know.
they called me like an expert handicapper, and I'm like,
Right.
come on, man. Like, I just talk. I just talk. That's all I do.
Maurice Hawkins has 4-point-something million in career earnings. I have like 3,200.
We're going to look you up on Hendon Mob sometime today, I think.
That'd be a great plan for everybody. Would love to see my Hendon mob.
I get a hand and I flip them down.
Oh, so he does say. So Willie says that if he does get a hand, he will flip down the glasses.
I like that guy. I want to just mic him up for the entire tournament, please.
He's
I almost had to go into serious mode.
This guy's the best.
The pressure's on CA. Lines a 3-5-5. I have a problem. I never believe the big line when they raise. Don't mind me.
Heads up.
Noah is a stud, high-low beast. BG Collectibles.
that's it. That's it. How you say that is very important. Not Noah is a stud, comma high-low beast. It's Noah's a stud high-low. It's a game. Like it's not. He's not calling me stud. It's a game.
Look, I'm just here to read the comments, and Scuba Vet is here, Brian. I hope you know that.
That's good.
And you missed a comma behind stud. Summer
Funny.
561 is here. Hey, Summer 561.
Funny story. The first week I ever dealt at the Palm Beach Kennel Club when we opened,
Okay.
20 plus years ago, I actually ended up on the page of the Palm Beach Post with my picture,
What?
and I was quoted as saying, and my father still has this on his refrigerator article,
Rocco.
the game is 7 card, and I'm the stud. So the young me at 22 came in guns blazing. I said, this is my opportunity. This is the time to let them know, and I did. So now I changed my tune.
I can see you saying that. I knew you a little bit back then.
Yeah,
I could have easily
That's
seen
not my
you saying it.
persona anymore. You grow out of that.
We've played basketball together. We've hung out a lot back then, and I could definitely see you saying that.
You know, but it was in Gladiator.
Solange, if I'm saying it correctly, it might.
I believe Solange, is it French?
It could be.
It's probably Solange.
She wakes up with Jax. Maurice did not put his cards on a reader, so here we go. Back to square one, trying to guess what this guy has. And we don't have to. She makes a strong move. She fires out.
Maurice has been pretty quiet, let's just say.
Oh, just hang in there.
Oh, hang in there.
Hang in there, folks.
It'll happen. The one thing when Noah informed me about Maurice, and everybody knows him and he's such a great player, the one thing you did say is that you beat him at Madden before.
He did.
And that's one thing where I want to interview him someday and ask him about that.
Yeah, that did happen, and I can't say he was happy about it. I think he was more upset that he couldn't use his talk during the game and tell me how bad I am as we were playing. He loves, that's a big part of his game, to really get under your skin. I won't say that I used it against him.
Yeah.
But I did at one point tell him he's averaging 1.5 points per game. So
that's great. Yeah. Yeah, we have a professional Madden player on the show today.
So we're going to have a hand here. Frank with eights and Bill with ace-king. And Mark's in there now. So hopefully the glass is flipped down and we'll see what happens here. Four-way action. So Bill flops kings, but with a three-club board, let's see if somebody makes a play at this thing.
3,000.
It might not happen.
So yeah, I'll still be on your table, I hope. So that'll be
I'm here for when it happens.
So that should settle the field down a little bit.
This is a good thing. Like if I choke and die on one of their food products, would that be good for you?
and it wouldn't be good for you either way.
This is like, I'm eating it.
I don't think that's good.
That's good.
Especially when
We have great food here at PBKC. We have two wonderful restaurants, including the Terrace Restaurant, and come on out to the Paddock Restaurant tonight, 6 o'clock, for Surf and Turf weekends every Friday and Saturday night. It's fine dining with a wonderful chef named Wan Yu. You got to come out to the Paddock Restaurant for Surf and Turf weekends every Friday and Saturday night, starting at 6 o'clock, 1111 North Congress Avenue here in West Palm Beach.
That commercial for the Paddock was almost as good as Jerry.
No, not
Paddock
even
Jerry's
close.
commercial the other night on stream. Jerry
Calls the 1200.
raved about the food over there,
Oh, man.
and we know why.
And he didn't stop. And, like, you know, he's just...
We didn't set him up.
It was
he just
so
came in. He's
innocent
like,
and so
he can't.
real.
He's just speaking from the heart.
Yeah. Later on, like, everybody else is talking about other things, and he's still talking to the Paddock. And I'm like, this guy is one of my new favorite players. We love Jerry from the Wednesday night game.
Calls the 12.
Noah should bring home pierogies.
Smart players.
She's just saying. Maybe you should.
They are pretty good.
That's 3,000. Fold.
Wow, Barefoot shared a story. That's a long and very interesting story that Barefoot shared right now in our stream chat. You should definitely get on the stream and definitely get in the chat too. You're going to find out a lot of information. There's going to be funny things in there. There's going to be people just telling us what we what they'd like to see on the shows, and every show it's going to get better. We can promise you that. The last show we did on Wednesday night, one of the small things we were missing was the seat numbers. We had the chip counts. Now we have the seat numbers too. Each and every show we do, we're going to get better.
Great job by the production team, Josh. Jacob pitching in today, helping out.
Yeah, we got awesome
and of course,
people here.
Jamie. And
Jamie's
as time
awesome.
goes on, it just gets better. So we're super pleased that we're opportunity to get this feature table going today, so we could get some more reps out there, and not only for ourselves but for the viewers to give them opportunity to watch some more of this great game.
Of course. Got some great players at the table. Frank is in seat number 1. Evan in seat number 2. Seat 3 is Adam. Seat 4 is Richard. In seat 5 we have Brandon.
13.
Seat 6 is Solange. Seat 7 is Maurice Hawkins. We got Bill Stanton and Tom Nasuti. And don't forget about Mark Cannon, too.
I expect that song to chart.
I was so happy. I was about to call and I was like, I won't be able to say I got 20,000.
That's 1,800.
Well, leave me alone already.
Calls 18. That's up.
Would you like playing on a live stream, Noah?
Check. Check. That's up in there.
Would you like being on TV, Noah, and playing? Like back in your poker days, would you have really loved this kind of stuff?
Oh, I'd have a blast.
Oh, I know
Like
you
at some
will.
point, I'd be like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm losing. I'm winning. It wouldn't matter at that point. I'd be like, this is great.
Yeah. Ivan said, is Brandon ever going to play a hand? I think he will. I think you're going to wake him up.
It's funny. So, you know, Brandon doesn't play a hand for a while. Now he gets involved. I'm going to guess that if he does get involved, and Solange taking down another one. So she made that one play, got a couple chips back, and now she's making a decent stack for herself. But, yeah, when he does play a hand, it's going to be a little everybody's going to be aware of the fact that he's actually playing cards now.
Of course. He's played as many hands.
There it is. They actually
called.
called him out.
Yeah.
Players next to him was like, hey, he said something. He, like, talked. There you go.
That was fun. Timing's everything.
Fold. Fold.
Timing's everything in comedy, Mike.
It is.
Fold.
You should learn some of that.
No, I'll never learn. You know me. Patience is important. That's what Scooby-Dooby-Doo said, and I totally agree with that.
Raises.
The coolest guy at the table just got up to take a break. If that guy was my friend, he'd be my coolest friend, hands down.
He wouldn't be your friend, Mike.
I don't think so either. I think that's pretty safe to say.
BM DeSantis 8. Are they going to do a 2-5 or 5-10 on the live stream and not the 5-10 300 max? If so, how do we sign up? So as we get more settled in, and this is our third stream now, correct?
Yeah,
Is it
third stream,
okay.
yeah.
To give you an idea, upcoming schedule tomorrow, we have a full slate, full game, a 5-10 PLO game, which you'll get to learn a lot about that game because I know you're a student of Pot Limit Omaha.
Oh, I am. I love Pot Limit Omaha.
That's going to be your game. I have a feeling that will be your game.
Yeah, I do too.
That game with Rose and some other feature players is going to be amazing. That'll go off at tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern.
Okay, 12:30.
So we'll run that. Then we have the final table of this event, at which time we'll be taking lists for Wednesday and Friday of next week.
Okay.
All in.
And you can reach out to us. We are going to have something posted, and we actually had a meeting to discuss that today. How are we going to get everybody signed up? So we'll get that information out to you. Just follow us on Twitter. Get on our Facebook. As we're missing a hand, and
That was big right there. Both of them went all in.
they did. And they're.
By the way, I want you to know that the line I took in this hand was because of what you said to me.
And I'm sorry I missed that hand. We're going to have to run that back and pay attention to actually what happened there. But that Maurice makes the nuts on a turn with a flush, and Maurice is telling him now. So
Yeah.
just listen for a second.
That and turning the nuts.
If you don't know, he'll tell you.
Yeah. He was quiet
Listen.
for a little while.
Now he's where he wants to be. He's clearly under his skin.
Yeah.
The guy's covering his mouth with his hand because he's just like, I don't want to say what I want to say right now.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
Maurice will just keep going. Maurice says, I saw what he had, I saw what he's doing, and he might have.
Yep.
You're like, I worked hard for this shit. This guy just gets a double up right there. I know that's what you were thinking. I can see it in your face. You're like, I worked hard for this just to get back to start. This guy just gets a double.
See, and what Maurice is doing here is
What the hell?
he's not really talking about the hand that just played out. He's setting him up for the next one.
Yeah.
He's talking to him to get him to a point where he's going to influence his next action.
Yep.
Raise. 1,200. Fold.
You're not lying.
That's what he had. He could have hit me. Hey, I got 20 out of last. I got one out of 16,000.
Fold.
Were you remember that story?
No.
Yeah, I got one out
Call.
of 16,000 dollars, and then I fought back and still won. So that's
Heads up.
Comeback.
yeah, it's a good comeback. I was only in
PLOs.
I was only in for 800. Got up to 6. Got up to 8. Then got in. Hit one.
Tom
out.
and Brandon going in heads up here.
Got it all back.
Brandon
That's pretty good, right?
flopped the nut flush draw.
Check.
After
The reason we're very quiet right now is Maurice is
So I thought he had
he's
more
leading the
than-
broadcast
he had
right now.
more. So I was like, he's doing real good.
Yeah, we don't even need to be here any longer.
Yeah. Hey, no, I gotta go up and get something to drink.
That's all right. Just let Maurice fill in.
I left 1,100 behind.
Put you on ace queen, sir.
I know ace queen ain't so hard.
Not hard. It's hard.
Oh,
And
you
it's
think
still
I got
got
an ace hard? You don't think I got at least an ace hard? Damn, I gotta work on my
ace
ace.
queen, ace hard.
Oh, okay, all right. Damn, I mean, I gotta work on this ace.
So Solange is clearly entertained by the car. It's like, what is going on here?
She is. What did I get myself into?
I don't foresee her getting into some kind of discussion with Maurice Hawkins as quiet as she is. I don't see it happening.
Yeah. Like Diane was the other night, I think Solange is very classy.
Yeah.
Very classy player.
It would not have been a conversation because I would have packed up my ball.
Yeah, he would have been
First throwing the ball.
No, I would
Over the fence.
I've lost before, so I'm telling you what I would have did.
And again, this is our feature table from the 200K guarantee. Registration's still open today and as well tomorrow at 12 noon.
Yeah.
Another flight. If you're not interested in paying $1,100 to enter the 200K guarantee, which I still think is a great value,
It is.
the best value tonight, the 7 o'clock, the 2 o'clock already went, $130, 5 seats,
Guaranteed.
no, added,
Added.
not guaranteed, added. So
added.
if nobody shows up, it's 5 seats added. If we get enough, if the players contribute enough for 5 seats, how many seats are we giving away?
5.
No, it's 10. 5 added, Mike.
5 added?
Added,
What?
on
Oh, I didn't
top.
know we already gave away 5.
No. If
Now I'm
5,
confused.
if there's enough money in the pool for 5 seats,
Okay.
I just want everybody to know.
that's 5.
Okay.
And then 5 added.
Okay.
5 added to 5 is what?
10.
10. There it is.
See, I'm good enough for
So
that.
5 added seats, which is an amazing value for that price point. If I didn't work here, I'd be there. I'd be
Yeah.
in there. You'd probably be in there. I
You know
might,
what? I'm going to stick around because I might put in $130 instead of talking in this tournament. You're going to hear me at the table talking.
Yeah, you're not allowed in this tournament.
No, I'm probably not going to do anything anyway. So
But I'll double your business monthly.
Bro, listen. As long as I make him 10,
Emily's pitch is fantastic. That's what Ann John 05 said. Emily is awesome.
We have. I'll put them up against any dealers. Any dealers, a group of dealers here at the Palm Beach Kennel Club will put them up in. And we always hear that. We always hear how they're, well, how good they deal, how personable they are, how pleasant they are. We're glad and we appreciate each and every one of the dealers here at the Palm Beach
We
Kennel
have wonderful dealers.
Club. So here he is. Okay, so now he's in a hand.
Heads up.
They were waiting on Frank to play a hand, right?
No, that wasn't Frank. Was it?
that's what I really felt like.
Bets.
Evan.
2,500.
I needed that almost made me cry.
Oh, this is going to be a little bit of a problem here.
That almost touched me. That was a
Frank, yeah,
yeah, they should have a heart attack.
Frank with Queen 10, and
Heads up.
When he finished,
Evan doesn't like that call, and it's not going to be, and that should slow down Evan a little bit here.
oh my God. I feel like we're doing this change. I feel like together, me and her.
Yeah, and then Frank's just going to bet out, and he's
Calls
that's a
5,000.
tough,
brother.
and he does. He calls.
Nice hand.
See what happens here, Mike, a little bit. What happens here, and you remember a couple hands back, he was involved with a hand with Maurice. Maurice beats him out of hand. Maurice gives him the business and puts him in maybe not the best mindset for the next hand. So now, 3 hands later, you're up against somebody else. You're already pressing a little bit because of what happened. Maybe not make the best choices. You start playing with emotion. I won't call it tilt. He wasn't tilting,
No.
but he wasn't playing in a way that was calm, collected, calculated. he may have been pressing that hand a little more to make those calls.
Team Zone Out says 7 p.m. Saturday is a ticket for tomorrow's
Yeah,
fight.
that's
Yes,
the
it
one.
is. Yes, it
With
is.
5 added seats, so if we
5
get
added
5
seats.
and 5 added, how many?
10.
10 seats. That's correct,
Really
Mike.
good thing I
so
don't
it's
work in
5 added.
accounting.
So no matter how many, we're throwing 5 on top of that thing. Come out and get a seat. 120, we said 130.
1:30.
1:30, 7 o'clock. 5 added seats. Come out and get that. I think it's the best value in the house right now.
Oh, it is. It's amazing.
Put in bottom pair on
Maurice.
no middle pair. It was middle. Oh my bad. Middle pair.
players.
It's almost disrespectful.
Hit a full house draw.
He hit a full house draw. That's disrespectful.
That's one thing Maurice doesn't like is being disrespected.
No.
Do not bet at him with the second pair. That's a clear sign of disrespect. You-
Heads up.
Team Zone Out, 10 seats. I believe 10 seats.
Check. Check.
I don't know. I wonder if Maurice had like brothers and sisters were in the backseat of the car. I could see it now. Mom, can you tell Maurice to stop talking?
Yeah, exactly. My family
Mom.
can't shut me up either.
Right. Mom, Maurice won't stop. Like, I could see that unfolding. And
You got 20,000.
Button's correct.
You have to practice on somebody. Maybe he does have brothers and sisters.
Right.
My man
No.
is still there. My man is still over there playing. Oh yeah, the yellow. He really wanted to go home. He don't be lying.
so here's what, and this is, I'll tell you how this unfolds.
Most fairy telling story.
When you sit down at a poker table, you immediately find out, okay, so if we sat down at the table, we say, okay, Maurice is here, we have to adjust accordingly. Maurice does the same thing. Maurice sits down at the table, and I believe the gentleman in seat number 2, Evan,
Evan.
I believe Evan, Evan, I'm going to guess that he has some pretty good tournament caches. He's seen Maurice before. But what Maurice did is Maurice recognized him as one of the more serious players, probably one of the better players at the table, and now he's hyper-focused on
Evan.
what he's doing,
Yeah.
talking to him about his game to try to throw him off.
Full. Balls 500.
How long are we going to be streaming today, Steffi Moab?
So the stream will be just under 2 hours for the next break. So when the next break hits will be the time that we bid you guys goodbye. We will again return tomorrow. It's going to be a fun game. The
It is.
12:30 Pot Limit Omaha game.
Noah's promised me a fun game tomorrow.
Call.
It's going to be fun. I don't know what's more fun game than having Maurice Hawkins at the
Oh,
table,
no.
but we will have a fun game tomorrow.
I mean, of all the shows we've done so far, there's been more talking today than even with the guys the other night that were, having a great time, that we're all friends.
You got 20,000 left, sir?
12, somewhere between 12 and 20.
Raise. 54.
So Maurice can't even catch a card. Mark's already has the winner. No matter what card comes on the end, you see the check mark by his name. And Maurice just makes a play.
Bad fold for me.
And he shows his cards, showing him what, Mike? That he had the loser, that he bet him off the pot. Now, that's again setting up for hands in the future. Now the guy's like, oh, I remember what you did to me with that hand. Then you make a questionable call. You have to treat each hand individually. If you start compiling hands and how they're playing out, you have to be careful, especially like players like Maurice, because will set you up hand after hand for something down the line.
Are there a lot of professional players like him, or is he kind of one of those guys that everybody knows that they get a final table with him or a very big tournament that he's just going to talk the whole time?
He's the best of what he does,
Yeah.
if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
No, there's a handful.
That's good.
Mike Mattisau, his actual nickname is Mike the Mouth.
Okay.
He could get you going a little bit.
What are you doing, bro?
Phil Hellmuth does it as a reactive property where he'll say a lot of things, but not as an antagonist.
Oh, that's
All
right.
in.
So spicy.
12,400.
Put me on tilt.
Somebody's all in.
12,400.
And there it is. He says, Willie Nelson said, he's like, you got me tilted.
Tilted me.
It's okay though. I didn't tell him to try me. I was hanging out, minding my own business.
So Brandon gets in the middle of a match between Maurice and Mark, and Brandon wakes up with kings. So that's pretty good for Mark. I mean, Brandon. And yeah, so Mark goes in for 13K because he's trying to get out Maurice, and Brandon wakes up with kings, and he's like, oh, I don't hate this.
Wow.
You guys go ahead and fight amongst each other.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go ahead and scoop this thing. So let's see how. No, Maurice just lets it go. So
No more action.
see, Maurice actually cost
Oh, I got a jack.
not even being in the hand now.
Yeah.
He made Mark essentially go bust.
Folded quads. I got you. Good luck.
Wow.
Player down,
So-
67.
Because he was targeting Maurice, he gets involved in the hand, probably overbets his hand, puts his whole stack in with sevens, and the guy on his left's the beneficiary, and Maurice just gets out of the way, and basically he knocked him out without even playing the hand.
That would have escalated real quick.
At least I gave that guy a story. He wanted to try me on.
Thanks, Anjon05. Make sure you like and follow us so you can be notified when that stream goes live. Yeah, we're happy you're able to watch from Georgia as well. That's the idea, to show everybody,
It
showcase
is. I want
the
you
action
to watch
here at
all over
Palm
the
Beach County.
world. And the thing about doing the tournaments in the daytime is that you can watch it at night too, at your leisure. You can watch it on your TV at your house. I haven't figured that out yet, but you can watch it on TV. You can watch it, listen to it in your car, listen to it everywhere. Is Willie gone now?
All in.
Is Willie on the road again?
Willie, yeah, Willie's,
Fold, fold.
he's gone.
Oh, Willie. That's not his actual name, but that's what somebody in the chat called him, or Noah did. So when we find out that Willie's a great guy, don't blame me for that nickname.
There will be, sir. There will be, sir.
Check.
I was going to say, if you didn't bet, I was going to call collusion on the clock.
That's 3,000.
So Evan all in with threes here.
Fold.
I'll bet him on.
Frank had eights, and
Both hands.
here we go. Oh, no. You see, and this is still residual stuff for Evan from what happened with Maurice. I have no doubt in my mind. And as a player, you can almost be aware. So watch what happens. So Maurice tilts Willie.
They did.
Maurice tilted Evan.
Yeah.
They're both gone now.
Wow.
And Maurice didn't knock him out, but he
No.
did enough damage to
He
their
did.
psyche
Wow.
that they're now gone. So as a player, so the other players start picking up on what's happening. So when Maurice gets involved with a player and he punishes that player and tilts him a little bit, now when you're up against that player is still tilted.
Of course.
And now you can use that to your advantage, is what happened twice in a row here.
Yeah, that's Jamie. That is our wonderful tournament coordinator who's talking to Emily right now, our great dealer. It's Jamie. She's the one who
Maurice says,
updates.
bring a big fat player. He wants somebody with a lot of chips. He wants to get somebody with a lot of chips. Maurice is trying to win a tournament right now. Anything's better than the last guy.
He's talking about Tiller now.
He is talking
He's on
about Tiller. He's
Tiller.
going to get on Tiller's, under Tiller's skin and tilt the dealer. Never a good idea to tilt the dealer.
No, don't tilt Tiller,
No,
that's for sure. I
don't
wouldn't
tilt.
do that.
We would change his name to Patrick Tilter.
If he starts talking about that Super Bowl, then
He might. It's not below Maurice
yeah.
to call out the Super Bowl with the Falcons Patriots. He
the
will do it. He
28-3,
will, if he had to.
I could see him doing
Yeah,
that.
he would bet. Maurice would bet like 28,300.
Yeah.
He's going to do something to
He'll
get
do
him.
something. He'll get
Yeah.
him.
3 players.
Maurice is now watching baseball on his phone.
Maurice is a big sports fan. He used to actually play collegiate football.
Did he really?
He was a running back.
Check.
He's a highly competitive, and that's part of it.
It seems that way, yeah.
Poker ends up being a super competitive sport. So say you're not able to compete anymore, like yourself, Mike, at a high level athletics.
Yeah.
How
How do you know? How do you know I can't compete anymore? I was a pretty good
I-
bowler. I can still bowl.
I was just guessing. It was just a guess.
See, that's way out there, Noah. In the hand right now, Frank Villani got Adam Koppel and Brandon No.
That's 37.
Yeah, this is a great tournament right now. What you're watching is day 1A of the main event, $200,000 guarantee here at PBKC. This is our feature table.
Hanging out. And don't pay attention to what you had. Think about what you could get back.
Yeah, Barefoot's right. Verdi's Bowling Alley did close Monday night. A lot of our guys, Jacob, who's one of our assistant managers in the poker room, one of our floor guys too. He's actually producing the show today. Jacob at the Verdi's Bowling Alley, and I was there in attendance. Luckily, I wasn't bowling against him that night. When he bowled there, this is probably back in the 2010, 2011, shot an 863 series there, which at the time was a county record. So come into PBKC Poker Room, ask for Jacob. He's a great guy. He's one of our managers in the poker room and a heck of a bowler, too.
You're much better than last lady.
So we're a couple players down, and I assume those seats will be filled shortly.
That's good stuff. All right, that's good.
Yeah, what you doing about it?
What's the score in the Cubs game? Appreciate it.
She looks sad. You should give her a hug.
And again, at 7 tonight, we have another mega satellite, $130 buy-in. 5 extra seats to the main event. And come on out Sunday, and that's going to be a charity poker tournament for Damage Inc. Athletics 12 and up baseball team, fundraising for some of their travel tournaments. It's a great cause, and it's to help the kids. It's a registration at 11:30. First hand's going to be played at noon. $50 buy-in, $20 rebuys, and 50% of the buy-ins and rebuys will be the prize pool. The top 10% get paid, and that is all coming up this Sunday. Another great charity tournament, this time for Damage Inc. Athletics.
All right, guys, we got Patrick
Seat
coming
7,
in
again,
here.
that is Maurice Hawkins.
Gonna come right here, yep.
Solange is also in the hand. She is in seat number 6.
All in. There's a side table here.
And Bill in seat number 8.
20,000.
Bill right now is all in.
All in.
It's a big pot, 28.4.
And we fold. There you go. Let's turn them up. 26-3. Classic.
Bill and Solange both all in on this hand.
This will be on. I can go to PBK.com.
Ace, King, and Jacks. Typical race. Oh, well, so it doesn't come up as a race on the screen because of the outs that were gone, so that affects things.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would normally be overpair, and Solange needs help.
She's got 3 outs, as you saw on the
She
screen.
did have 3 outs, so typically that would be 50-50, and she doesn't know that there's no kings left in the deck. So our system recognizes that it reduces her odds, but that's basically a coin flip going in. Any pocket pair versus ace-king, you're flipping coins.
Yeah.
Tournament players typically like to avoid that situation because if you flip coins enough and you're calling tails so often, eventually it lands on heads and you're out. So players always try to stay away from coin flip situations, which that was one right there.
Of course, yeah. Patrick's back in. Patrick Tiller, one of our favorite poker dealers here at PBKC. As I always say, our dealers are great here at PBKC, and the director and the managers are okay too.
So we have a new player.
Call his ass, too.
I believe that's Patrick Quinn in seat 3 now.
Patrick Quinn.
Patrick Quinn has the same hairstyle as you, Mike.
Yep. Easy going.
He's easy going.
I'm already liking his style.
Yeah.
I already like it.
No, I mean, I get it. I drove over here with the doors off the Jeep the other day,
Yeah.
and your haircut would have done me very well.
It would have been perfect,
Yeah.
except for the sunburn.
Oh.
I'm actually one of those people that's proud to be bald because it's so much easier. I save a heck of a lot of money on shampoo, too.
Cost 13. Online fold. Probably.
You got my humor.
So Solange, she lost that coin flip, and you know those are the hands. They say when you win a tournament like this, you have to
Heads up.
beat Ace King,
Uh-huh.
and no, you have to win with Ace King and beat Ace King.
Okay.
That's what you have to do. That's the way. So she didn't win with Ace King. So she didn't meet the first qualification to win a tournament. But you'll run into those hands quite often. You'll run into those hands a few times in the tournament, and you have to win those tosses.
Table looks empty right now. We're going to get some new players soon. Maurice and Frank Villani are in this hand.
Check, check.
All right, Maurice takes down a pot 5.2K. Maurice is up to 44K. Frank's still okay. He's got 59K. We got a lot of tournament left to play. A lot of players walking. You know, I don't know. They need to clear their head after Maurice got in it, or
Okay,
they
now
have to- and they're
everybody's
back.
coming
Now
back.
we're back. Everybody's like, okay, we're back. Here we go.
That's our new player with my haircut and the jacket on. Looks like a members only jacket. That is Patrick Quinn.
So you see seat 4 with the mask on. It's mask optional here at the Kennel Club now,
It is.
which is great. Everybody gets to find their own level of comfort.
Yeah.
They come in, make sure you're comfortable, play some cards.
Where do I sign up to play on those 10 to 20 games on stream at PBKC? Look like fun.
It is fun.
It is.
So if you reach out, we'll put it in the chat shortly, the
Okay.
email in the chat, and they can reach out and contact us.
Yeah.
We'll also have a button eventually on the Twitch stream where you can just click the button. It'll
Yeah.
take you to the page, and then you could go ahead and put your name on the list and get that schedule.
Is Nasty Nate dealing tonight? He murders me every time. Love
Nasty
it.
Nate, their nicknames are dished out on this stream.
telling you.
He just gave it to him, and
Nasty Nate, I like that. Yeah, one of the things you can do if you really want to get in one of these, if you're just at PBKC, ask Cynthia. Cynthia can help you out with that too. Maurice is talking about all our cameras now. He's looking up and realizing that we're seeing everything going on at the table.
right, he won't know which camera to look at and smile at.
And I don't know if he knows, but the microphone is picking up every single word he says.
Oh, he knows.
Yeah.
Oh, he knows.
Well, he's putting his cards in the square now, so that's nice.
All right. Solange goes all in with ace jack.
All in again.
Maurice folded, and I think Tom's mucking as well. Or Bill has mucked. And Tom has mucked as well. Tom Nasudi's been a long-time player here. I actually met him on like the very first day I worked. And it's nice to see Tom at an event like this, because when we started out, we had such small stakes game, quarter and 50 cent
remember
without
that.
tournaments, that to have an event like this and see Tom there is pretty cool.
It is cool.
He's learned the game here right at PBKC.
I've known the name. I'm the one who enters all the information for the Hendon Mob. And yes, we report all of our tournaments, even the dailies, to the Hendon Mob. So if you win here, you can always look it up right there on the HendonMob.com.
Raise to 1400.
Raised to 1,400. Maurice Hawkins and Frank the Tank Villani in this hand. Seed 3 is Adam Koppel. Let's run down the players right now. Seed 1 is Frank Villani. Some of the players that have been eliminated right now. Of course, you can find their names right up there if they're playing in the hand, that's for sure. Computer is way sharper than we are, that is for sure.
Raise 1400.
Got Frank Villani, we have Patrick Quinn, we have Adam Koppel. We also have Brandon No, we have Solange Lucas. We also have Maurice Hawkins playing. Don't forget about Bill Stanton, Tom Nasuti, and Mark Cannon also.
He's gonna have a boat draw when we finish it up. That's what's gonna happen.
Raise 4,900.
You like that when I said he got it in with the boat draw?
Nate just confirmed that he's not dealing, so count me in. I'll be there tonight. Okay, we look forward to seeing you there, Team Zone Out.
When he said no heart, I was like,
Is Jimmy Sommerfeld working today?
Jimmy's
No.
working. He's running around here. He is.
Sure he's not at the breakers again?
that's what made me laugh.
No, Jimmy didn't hit the breakers today. He's working. He's working. He's doing a great job for us. Players love him. He's making things happen here. It's
He
nice
is.
to have him.
Oh, Jimmy's the best. SFLA Hawk is in here now, too.
So it's now confirmed.
It is.
That's not Maurice. So the stream the other day, South Florida Hawk comes in. We're like, Maurice Hawkins.
Are we sure?
Oh,
Probably not, though.
We're sure. We're sure.
Okay. SFLA Hawk, welcome to the live chat. This is day 1A of the $200,000 guarantee main event of the Palm Beach Summer Classic in town till this Sunday.
2,200.
Come out at 7 p.m. for that. 5 added seats.
5 added seats. How many seats?
Added.
Added 5.
I don't know how many exactly, but 5 are added. No matter the amount of seats that the prize pool generates,
Yes.
5 are added on top of that. If it
Exactly.
generates 0, 5 are added to 0, which is
5.
5.
We're really glad I'm not in the accounting office.
We are all glad.
I would screw your paycheck
It says
up so bad.
SFL Hawk confirmed, not Maurice confirmed.
Yeah. The other day, Noah said, have you seen the Hawk? And I said, Andre Dawson? It's the
No,
first thing I always
the
think
other
of
Hawk.
when anybody says the Hawk.
Yeah, not like a poker game. Some sort of a casino there. There's some craps on the ring. Fold, fold. All in.
Phil, that's Phil. Says, yeah, you know him very well.
Oh, I love Phil. No, you know Phil. Phil, is that barbecue? Bring barbecue, Phil? Oh, we got a hand here. So Maurice with ace deuce versus Solange's queen jack. So we know who the fans are rooting for here. And he's good on the flop. And now he's very good. And Maurice does hold up with the ace, and that'll do it for Solange. Super pleasant player.
Seems
Didn't
very
get involved
nice.
in fireworks. Her ear probably hurts. Her left ear
Does.
probably swolled up with the, with the Hawk, Maurice Hawkins in there.
Something she's going to be able to tell all her friends and her family.
Yeah, I sat next to this guy.
Yeah, this guy.
I don't know what the rest of the conversation is going to be,
Yeah.
but it's going to be talked about.
Yeah, for sure.
Shit, if I could. I couldn't pick. I had to go mine.
So, yeah, Maurice gives these dissertations after every hand.
He does.
So just listen in. You get to hear. I think he's being
Making our job
straightforward.
much easier.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to do it. Yeah, if you don't know, just ask him.
I got 2 seats open on 67.
Bring us a fat one.
Good job, Teller. Good job, Teller.
Like, I'm a little offended because I was picked later. They're picking the best looking people.
Yeah, obviously.
What else is
The best looking people, they say.
You're so damn handsome,
I feel like we should be at the table too, Noah. Or
We
I
should have more
At
cameras
least
on
me.
us
Yeah.
and show the best looking people.
fat one.
I was rooting for Solange. That's what Scuba Vet said. Solange seemed like a great player for sure.
No. Yeah, and I always like to see the player who
Right there in the fourth. All right, guys, we got
speaks softly and carry a big stick. If she went in there and smashed Maurice in the hand, scooped all the chips, and kept that same level of composure, that would be the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, I figured that.
Oh, we got a new player here.
Is that? It is.
Who is that?
That's Cory Zeidman.
Okay.
So Cory Zeidman,
I mean, I
may have actually taken the title of the greatest tirade in poker history.
Really?
If you take the time to look it up.
Okay.
I believe it was on ESPN. Cory Zeidman got involved in a hand with Phil Hellmuth, I believe.
Wow.
And you want to talk, I'm almost positive, and we'll have to look it up on the break, and we'll see if we can pull it up for the viewers. But oh man, you want to talk about fireworks, what was going on at that table?
Wow.
It is something special. So I don't know if Maurice has a history with this guy yet, but if somehow the two worlds collide,
Oh, man.
we're in for a show.
This is must-see afternoon television.
And Cory has he has a great history. We'll have to look at his Hendon mom and see exactly where he's at, but he's a player and he's a serious player. So I'm gonna assume that Maurice recognizes that and he's gonna make some adjustments. And then some of the other players might not know him, but I believe Maurice will.
Check.
Career earnings, it says, live earnings $672,000
Check.
for Cory Zeidman. That's what the Hendon Bob says, at least.
And those would be just tournaments. The Hendon mom only
Yeah.
records tournaments.
Of
So
course.
besides that, we don't know. But Cory, it was when I watched that, and Cory, you know, Phil typically likes to get under people's skin.
Yeah.
Kind of very. No, I'm sorry. Phil likes to get under people's skin a little bit, kind of like Maurice, and Cory wasn't having it, and then we had a little bit of a show. So it'll be interesting to see when those two get involved in a hand, Maurice and Cory, if they either have a history or if they'll have a history after this event.
Ball.
Zone Out says, Cory's a good buddy of mine. He's a great person. Seems like a great guy. He does.
No, he's great. He just wasn't putting up with it that
Oh,
day.
yeah. Also involved with Jennifer Harmon. He hit the straight flush versus her with full house in the World Series of Poker. Wow.
Right, and it's great the knowledge that our players have, the history, and I don't spend as much time following as I'd like to, but those are the things that we find super interesting.
Oh, of course.
And I do kind of remember that.
Yeah, we didn't go to business. I'm going to business.
Yeah, it was like the hand of the day, and it was featured. I kind of
That's
remember
awesome.
that, but that's super cool stuff.
You never know who you're going to see when you tune in to our live stream right here on twitch.tv. Tell all your friends, twitch.tv, search PBKC Poker. Going to start a live stream schedule. Do Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays for just cash games. And obviously, if there's big tournaments in town, we're going to do the final tables here like we're going to do on Sunday for the final of this main event.
All right, so the conversation started. It seems pleasant early on. Cory says something.
The guy right
There we go. Cory's telling him, you're creative. You get creative.
Yeah, never seen you do that.
and he read it to him.
Okay.
knows.
I think we can just quiet down now.
Yeah, the show's going to run itself at this point.
I only
You
got
see,
here
he's
once because of this guy. He inspired me. Yeah? And then I knocked out this guy. This guy had a boat draw.
Oh, no, I ended up knocking
And I
out
had
you.
yeah, criminal. I had no flush, but he had a boat draw. So
Big line, sir.
yeah, he had
Have enough fun.
he had second pair. The boy was paired. So that's boat draw.
That is a fun. I guess the main flush, huh?
Yeah, second pair.
so yeah. Cory's a semi-regular here at the Palm Beach Kennel Club. I did see him at Cash Games. It's been a while, so I don't know if he took a break for a little bit, but it's good to see him back.
Will Adam play a hand this tournament? Yeah, we'll see.
He'll have to play at least the very last hand.
Yeah, for sure.
At some point, at some point, he's going to win the whole thing and play a hand, or play his last hand and get knocked out.
Yep.
But somewhere he will.
A lot of noise in the background, and that's from the rest of 1A players playing in the first day of the $200,000 guaranteed main event.
Back there, it's getting a little wild.
It's on rails.
Yeah.
Dealer's on break.
2,200.
Cory looking for a rail. He wants an audience. He'll get one.
Yeah.
We'll get him one.
Yep.
Balls, 2,200.
And Cory, no stranger, obviously, to the cameras. He's one of the, if you will, pioneer of poker streaming when they did the World Series of Poker, and he was at the feature table for a while. So I don't think the camera's going to bother him here.
No, not
it
at
didn't
all.
seem to bother him there.
I think he's going to love it.
$4,500 and a call.
Yeah, I like it. The other deal is saying he's better than last time. What's that? He's better than last time. Oh yeah? Yeah, because he's kind of happy. The other one was sad. He's gonna give her a hug. Gotta have a hug.
We said we're going to play till about 4 o'clock.
There's been a change of plans.
There's been a change of plans.
So we'd be remiss
We would.
if we cut the stream with a table with Maurice Hawkins, arguably one of the biggest talkers in the game,
Yep.
sitting down with Cory, arguably has the most popular interaction with any player at a table that was streamed. So we're going to stick around.
We're sticking around. You never know what we're going to do right here on our live streaming table at PBKC.
No, we're here for the people, the viewers.
Of course
we
are.
are not going to deny you this.
No. Even if we stop talking for a while, you're still going to hear the table, which is one of the best parts of our stream.
Heads up.
Scuba Vet's going to keep watching. We hope you do.
Check.
I'm sure we're going to get another new player in here soon, too.
Pick and fold.
Maurice, he dictates the action. Very rarely we see a pot out there where somebody checks to Maurice and he doesn't take a stab and try to take it down. Very rare. He tries to pick up that free money. He sees chip stack growing. He doesn't feel that money should be left out there. So he just picks it up. So you see the action. I mean, we're turning over players here, but a couple things are staying standard. The people who aren't playing hands, they're safe because they're not playing any hands, but the people who are getting involved are frankly getting picked off a little bit by some of these players.
6,000.
That's what we're doing here. We're your at-work poker stream. Watch at work, watch later at home, listen to us in the car, watch us on your TV at home. Just watch us.
All right, blinds are up, y'all. 4-8.
All right, so the levels just went up to 400, 800. A lot of fun being had upstairs. It sounds like
There is.
a lot of excitement.
So we have it up right here at PBKC in the second floor poker room. A lot of characters here, a lot of excitement in our second floor poker room.
If you have a game you like to spread or you have some people you want to bring, let us know. We'll try to get you scheduled, get your game here right at PBKC, get a little stream, figure out how your buddies are playing.
We'll make nicknames up for you.
Yeah, and that's all free.
Free.
Free nicknames
Free,
with every
free,
live stream.
free. We haven't really shot out a lot of nicknames right now.
No, and we can't. I mean, Maurice, he has his nickname already. It's Hawk, and it makes sense. I wouldn't get involved in that. I don't want to make an adjustment to that. I think it's fitting because his last name's Hawkins. It just makes sense.
And I understand it, too.
Cory could use one.
Yeah, Cory.
It'll happen on its own.
It will.
Maurice is trying to negotiate a chop right now. We haven't even started day 2, and he's talking about, give me 60K and I'll go home. The way he plays, it might be a good deal. Here, let's chip in, give Maurice 60. We don't have to listen to it for the rest of the show, the rest of our tournament. Let's get him out of here.
Whoever our next player comes down has no idea what they're getting themselves into.
This is a Kennel Club provide left earplugs.
Exactly.
They're seriously talking about some kind of chop right now.
Check.
Tomorrow? 225? 225, 230?
Maurice says 225 tomorrow.
Wow.
Maurice, your mouth to God's ears.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. That'd be some kind of field.
Like
Would.
27,000 in a $300 tournament.
Barefoot wants to play Maurice. Okay, come on down.
We could set it up. We'll get a heads-up table with Maurice. Maurice frequents the weekly tournaments, so come on down, the daily tournaments. You'll roll in here sometimes. He has nothing else going on. He's in a daily tournament. What the heck?
Yeah. Zen Kai will be here. If he's not here today, he'll be here tomorrow. Obviously, Cory's here. You never know who you're going to see right here at PBKC.
Cory picks off a little. Cory having a stack.
Yes.
If either of them, those players happen, if Maurice and Cory get it all in, somebody's going to have something to say about something at some point.
Exactly how I said.
You think
So
this is a
stay
calm
tuned
before
in.
the storm? Is this what this is?
It is. It takes a certain hand where somebody's trying to make a play that might be perceived as a bad play to set the other guy off. I think it's more likely to come in one direction than the other. I'm not going to comment which way it's going to happen, but if it did happen that way, that's how it's like a small. It's smoke.
Yeah.
It's just smoke right now, and then all of a sudden thing's going to blaze up, and we're like, okay, here we go,
Yeah, here we go.
or not.
Last thing he did, I
You know,
had
yeah, see. Cory says he's giving out information for free. He's like, don't even try to attack Maurice's blinds.
Yeah.
He's telling him.
have your poker face or like take off the mask.
That's it. That's an extra. It's got the pumpkin and the flag. That actually raise to.
And there, we're talking. Cory's letting him know his mask is fully effective.
I just like when they conversate together.
It's all calculated though. So the guy's with a mask. Cory's thinking the guy has a mask on. Is he conservative? Is he cautious? Overly cautious? Will he put all his chips in?
Is he hiding
a guy
from
with
somebody?
Is he hiding? Is he hiding his face so he can't read it? Is a guy with a mask more likely to put all his chips in?
Oh, yeah.
No. Would
No.
a guy without a mask?
No.
We don't know.
Who knows?
That's whole next level, and Cory
Yeah.
is figuring that out as we speak.
And you can wear a mask if you want to here. If you want to come here next year and wear a mask, wear a
Just
mask.
wear a mask.
Masks are optional.
Yeah, if you're intimidated, I saw a guy with a full welder shield. You couldn't see anything. He looked like a robot.
If you makes you feel more comfortable, wear a mask when you come here.
You'll see the mask, glass, hoodie combination. You're getting nothing
Oh,
there.
yeah.
You don't get
Yeah.
to see anything, and he does. He hides behind the mask. He takes it down.
Next time you bring us one, bring us a fat one. Next time you bring us one, bring us a fat one.
Maurice calling for it, and by fat one, Maurice is talking about just the chip
Yeah.
stacks. He's not.
Exactly.
He's not.
He doesn't want to sit
This
next
time,
to
he's
a-
not being offensive.
No, he's not sitting next to a heavy, sweating guy. He wants
He
a
wants a
big
new
chip
player,
stack.
and
50s.
they brought in a player with 20 stacks. Maurice wants a fat stack. Bring in 100K. We have a new player, Jesse, and he's sitting down with 20K.
Very bad.
Is that a psych out move right away that he's right away talking and Jesse's hearing and thinking?
Right past it, Jesse's like, I can't believe it. He's talking through Jesse to get to the other player about the hand he played. It's
Yeah.
all in the playbook. Like if you
Yeah.
flip through the playbook,
Yeah.
this is it. Every one of these is in the playbook.
Yeah, the new player is Jesse Delbany? Delben? I don't know. All I know is the guy, they wrote a song about him, Rick Springfield, years ago.
Yeah, and Rick is upset with Jesse.
Yes, yeah. He wants, like, we'll tell you the moral of the story. Rick wants Jesse's girl.
That's it. That's what we got from that.
Balls 24.
Yeah, you can wear sunglasses, can't you? You can wear
Right.
sunglasses
At
here.
night too.
Yeah, on our Wednesday night cash table, we had a guy wearing sunglasses at night, and that's where Noah coined the song, I Wear My Sunglasses at Night,
Right.
which we're working on right now in our band.
Wait, what? 3,200.
Jesse jumping right in.
Jesse's talking about our crappy Wi-Fi. Thanks, Jesse.
Jesse, it's not so much a Wi-Fi. At some point, if you shove 1,000 people into a card room,
Yeah.
the Wi-Fi, it might struggle a little bit, but no, we have Wi-Fi. And it,
Yeah, thanks, Uncle Jesse. Barefoot's asking, what is our band name? To be determined. But go on iTunes. Give us about 6 months for the band to really start playing. But in about 6 months, search Assistant General Manager, and you'll find us. You're getting a whole band. We're getting the band back together. Oh, the table's gotten really quiet.
it has. Jesse has signed icon, it says on his hat. Signed.
Signed.
No, signed. That's signed.
Icon.
Icon.
And now, okay.
Nobody warned him.
Oh,
I believe Jesse's a student of the game, and he already knows what he's in for.
Oh, he knows.
And that's it. That's a nice pot there.
It is.
Good guy. Very good guy.
Like the video froze for a second
Just
there.
a second. We're good to go.
That's what Uncle Jesse was talking about. That's probably our Wi-Fi.
Yeah, Jesse. Yeah. So at some point, we're not in charge of Comcast or Verizon or internet
No.
providers. That's not our fault.
No, we don't like own our own Wi-Fi. Like
No, we don't. Yeah.
we have to pay somebody for that, you know.
see you guys in 15, okay?
Emily's back at the table as her dealer. That's Emily Jenkin.
I actually, you know what?
C1, that is Frank the Tank Villani. Adam Koppel,
I realized
he's still here too. So is Patrick Quinn.
Maurice just said only nice people still have money.
Wow.
He's got some ideas. So he says, I like playing poker with people post-COVID.
Yeah.
We'll see how that changes. His demeanor is directly proportionate to his stack. So
Is
his stack
that
goes
he-
down, his
Yeah.
patience goes down, and his niceness goes down. His stack goes up.
I know you're defending.
It's easy to be nice when you have a boatload of chips.
Is everything that he says, like he's making a plan for the game? Is that every time he talks? Is that something that he's-
Everything's calculated. It's not just random talk.
So he's calculated every word he says.
Jesse heads up with Jack 10 versus Queen 10.
Bad
with Cory.
beat jackpot, $336,000.
Still going strong.
nicest guys in the world. Yes, sir.
Again, I said $336,000. Jesse's in this hand.
Cory's doing a, Cory checks to Jesse, and Jesse's doing the right thing. He's going to pick up this pot. He should pick up this pot. When somebody checks you, at some point, he's either going to make a play on Jesse or he's going to fold it, and he does fold it. So
Yeah.
Jesse did the correct thing. That's a good play by Jesse. Somebody's telling you, go ahead and take the pot. Take the pot.
Yeah.
Go ahead, put a little money out there, take the pot.
I wish that I had Jesse's girl. Yeah, how did that sound? Maybe we'll cover
That
that,
could be
band.
it. That could be it.
And
That might
assistant
be
general
it.
manager, our new group that's getting together now.
We all want our phone position. I want mine. It's a dependency, bro. You wake up, what's the first thing you do?
I mean, we all love our phones. I have my phone right now. You're charging your phone.
It is. So for obvious reasons, no phones at the table.
Yeah.
So it's good training. It's very similar to when you tell the kids at dinner, don't bring your phone to dinner.
Exactly.
No different. You go to a table, don't bring a phone.
Yeah.
It's a process. It's a process. I respect that. I respect that.
Three is 21.
What the hell used we do before we had the phones on the laptops? Just sit there, magazines.
I think we had to talk to each other and our families. That was like, whoa.
Oh, tough times.
Whoa, terrible.
Willie Nelson.
So Brandon with 10-9. I don't. Brandon hasn't played a lot of hands, and he just re-raised. He's going to make a straight play on Cory here with 10-9. So
That's a
right,
big
Brandon typically hasn't played a lot of hands.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised
So that's, and I don't know if Cory has been around long enough to know that Brandon doesn't make a lot of plays or play a lot of hands. So it'll be interesting how this one plays out.
Let's make this a 7-card stud.
Oh, Frank wakes up with 10, so we're gonna have a.
So let's put cash on the table.
You got something to say? Let's make this a 7-card stud.
Cory, a very, very good stud player. So Maurice is making a little bit of a joke. And Maurice recognized him as an excellent stud player, and he is. Cory actually said, I'll put up everybody's antes for him if they go ahead and play 7 studs. So he would be a very big favorite in 7-card stud here. All right, so we got heads up.
Heads up here, Cory and Brandon.
Strategizing that face to Kobe.
Cory just, the flop comes down. It doesn't matter what it is. He's just coming down. He's betting out.
Cory Zeidman, Brandon No of West Palm Beach.
And that's a nice gesture.
The guy with the mask is kind of cute. That's what Savage Mills says.
Yeah, just smooth call.
He's in it too.
So Brandon's setting up for on a turn. If Cory checks, he's going to make a play. But Cory's got his foot on the gas. And Tom, straight block. Tom has the block right now.
Post-COVID poker face is in the tank.
Post-COVID poker face. Oh God.
Here we have it's a very strange, unique situation. I don't really know. What do you think, Bob? Okay, so we're gonna post-COVID face. It's going to call. I'll take the call. Going to river.
Wow. So he's clearly making a play here
Funny on funny is
because he can't beat anything. He just said, I'm taking a stand right now. Now he has to bet. He has to bet here.
What do you think, Bob?
Because you've went this far with the play. You're trying to represent a hand. You have to bet here.
Very meticulous and serious.
He's straight on a play. There is nothing else. He made his mind up. When Cory limped in, it was just him and Cory.
All in.
Or Cory raised that he was going to do it, and he does. And Cory,
Maurice is just talking.
Cory says ace king.
Post-COVID face is going to not show and collect the line.
Cory's not going to like the replay of that one.
No.
And that's what we're talking about here. Live stream, you're
course.
playing against a guy. He's a no-name. Let me make one play on the guy.
Yeah.
And I'll play it on rerun in my house all the time. But like, look what I just did to that guy.
Exactly.
And that's all he did. He did a straight move.
I think he has. He bluffed. You were bluffing and he was flat. I call that the flat bluff.
Fold. Fold.
And how about this? Maurice is calling. Maurice called Cory, said, yeah, you were bluffing,
2,300.
which he did on the flop, and the guy just called, and he did. Maurice, without seeing the cards, already knows what Cory was up to.
Who do you think Maurice is after now? He was taking little jabs at Brandon, making fun of the mask. You know.
As Brandon starts, he is, but I think he's wasting his time on Brandon. You're not going to get a lot of play out of that. He's not reactive. He's not giving you much of anything.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo said, good call, Brandon. And John said, how did Frank fold those pocket tens there?
It was a tough fold. And a hand would have played out totally different with Cory. You know, Cory leading into 2 players is different than Cory heads up leading out. So it would have played out fully different.
There's a lot of fans of Brandon here. I didn't realize he even had a beard. That's what Ivan said.
So now Maurice is speculating. Maurice says ace-10 off. Maurice is trying to put it down and.
Raise. 27.
I'll bet you he didn't have this. But he had a good hand. I guarantee that. I think he had ace king.
Fold. That was correct.
Frank the Tank takes one down.
Mike. Come on, don't do it, Mike.
Oh, yeah, buffet. You got chicken on
Oh, man.
Fold.
I don't want that.
Fold. Cocktails, anyone?
Anybody need a drink?
Fold.
We are on a 15-minute delay. We're on a 15-minute delay. That's why Maurice is talking to the crowd, trying to get them to send him text messages.
Which is typical. You'll see it at the World Series Poker main event. You know, friends will go over to the rail, talk at the rail. What does he have? What's he doing?
Is that what he's doing? It's not on there yet, right?
15 minutes.
Jimmy Summerfeld just rolled up.
Jimmy Summerfeld.
No, I mean,
Teresa, he's here.
text me what he has since he wants to lie to me about not having
Hey, Jimmy, you want to get on the show?
And then text me what post-COVID face.
Mike, I'm more pro-Israel than he is. Just saying.
We're going to let Jimmy jump in for a second.
Everybody's more Israeli than me.
Welcome, Jimmy.
Thank you for having me.
So to get an idea, so Jimmy's been in this industry for a million years, so this is a little bit new to him.
well,
He's like, what is this all newfangled stuff?
that's it. All this technology, this is unbelievable.
Right, and we put a man on the moon, Jimmy, so
I see
now you're
how
all
it
caught
is.
up.
I mean, I got to see how these players play.
Well, you already know how Maurice plays.
Well, I know. Maurice will be something else. I just talked to him earlier today. He said he's going to try to run a few bluffs in.
And he did. You just missed a hand. We had a pretty good hand where a player just stone cold bluffed Cory, Cory Zeidman. And if you remember, we'll have to pull up the video at the break, see if we can dig it up. Cory Zeidman had a big hand, and I think it was against Phil, but there was some jawing.
Right, that don't hurt nothing. A little bit of jawing at the table.
Who's ready?
You're going to do it to me anyway, so it's might as well be ready.
I'm sure viewers are going to be up now that I'm online here. I got all my fans out there going to be watching it now. I'm
You
sure
got
this is
everybody
going to really
here.
help. Yeah. Hey, it's a great event so far right here at Palm Beach Kennel Club.
How long does it take to pick up the cards, do you think? How long does it take for the computer to pick up the cards?
I was saying about a second.
So, Jimmy, if you see the players, it has their name right there.
Yeah, I see this. You got Frank there, Patrick. Yeah. This is some good technology here.
It's
Back
good.
when we first started doing this, they had to lift up the cards and
Have a
put them on
camera.
a camera. I mean,
Right,
this
you
is-
showed up here. You're like, wait, where's the camera?
Yeah, where's the camera? Where do you got to pick up the cards?
Nope, no longer the case.
Wow, this is great.
So this is good that these guys end up at the table. We pick one random table.
Right.
It has Maurice at it, and then an hour later we have Cory rolls in, and
And
it's
that
pretty
makes
cool.
the table. You get Cory and Maurice together. Hey, this is going to be a pretty good flop here. Probably 5-5 against Ace Queen, Ace 6.
Yeah. So to give you an idea, you haven't been able to watch a lot of it, but Brandon hasn't played a lot of hands. He just made a bluff on Cory earlier, and now they're probably going to get involved again. And I don't know how many times Cory's going to let him run him over. I don't see too many times, but
No, I missed that hand. I'd like to have seen it.
and you can if you
Hey.
run replay. We have the replay
Hey,
here on
replay right
Twitch.
there online, right there. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can get replayed.
And Maurice is, if you hear it, we got it mic'd
Yeah,
up.
he's
It's nonstop.
chattering, yes.
So how do you feel? Okay, so as a tournament director, you've been around us a long time. Where's the line at? I know the line always moves, but where is the line? Where is it just enough is enough?
As far as the talking at the table,
Yeah.
I've always been one that I don't care what they say as tournament director. I think Jack Effel and the WSOP and all, they kind of made it where they didn't want you to say too much about your hands. Listen, they can't see through the cards. I personally don't care what you say at the table. I like to chip, the chatter. As long as you're not showing them the cards, as long as you're not trying to soft play somebody. My opinion is, I really don't care too much what they say.
Right, and that makes sense. You only have to give up. You're not required to talk. And if you're talking, I know a lot of players believe the less they say, the better, because you're not giving any information if you're not talking. If the guy's talking at him, you don't have to respond. So I do exactly understand what you're saying.
Full voucher.
He wants to know whether or not we're going to give him a food voucher.
That cheap stuff.
Oh, me.
Negative.
Hey, they do have a buffet every night here for the players.
Yeah, it's
Pretty good. Pretty good. They have a
Maurice
buffet.
knows. He knows there's a buffet. Maurice
Yeah.
is just hamming it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I was surprised for it. That's not gonna happen. But okay, how many guys unpack? If you guys
Let's-
fold, I'll fold.
Here we go.
That's fair though. I think that's fair.
He has a whole bunch of stuff. He says a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
this guy.
As he pokes, Kobe pokes.
Hold on. He's,
If you fold, I fold. That's a lot of pressure. If you fold, I fold.
that's fair.
You should talk to Lady Gaga.
He wants to call so bad.
It's all part of the game for Maurice. He said. I think he said.
You know, Maurice is kind of a character. I heard him tell the other day that he says he wasn't a villain at the table. He thinks everybody likes him. I think with all this talk chatter, I think they go after him. And I think that's part of his game. Get a little bit under everybody's skin.
Yeah, he can.
He's gonna pay me what, 150?
He's trying.
I mean, he's nonstop.
That's what we said earlier. If your brother or sister in the backseat of the car with Maurice, at some point you'd be like, "Mom, can you tell Maurice to stop talking?"
That's it. It's. He told me he didn't want to get on the feature table. He wanted to wait till he got on the final table. But I see he got on there, and it seems like he seems to be enjoying himself.
That sounds like somebody has a voiceover on.
3,600. Fold.
So Tom hasn't played a lot of hands, so this is probably going to tip everybody off.
Right.
And Jesse isn't even playing King Jack on the button at this
You guys
point
okay up
because
there? You guys working hard?
That's
Good job. Good job.
Maurice
that's
talking
playing pretty. That's playing pretty tight. Not to play King Jack on the button.
It is.
Heads up.
Maurice is talking to the gallery.
Yeah.
I am actually having fun. Believe it or not.
So you know, I mean, you were around for Maurice got like 13 circuit rings, right? You were around
Right,
for most of those, a lot of those.
Yeah, he was a regular on the circuit trail with the WSOP, and I think he still plays a lot. But, you know, I was asking him about it. He said he'd rather play right here at Palm Beach than he would traveling around the circuit.
Is he the best circuit player ever?
He's got to be probably the top 3 or 4. I mean, there's been some lot of circuit players, but he's got to be probably the top 3 or 4 in the circuit.
Yeah, you would throw in there Ari.
Right.
Who else?
Well, I guess from there it probably just goes just about the whole field.
Right. There's some. But there's a couple that are separated, and yeah. Ari Engel, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he played a few circuit events here. I think he
Right.
won a ring or two here.
I think so.
And Maurice obviously won a ring or two here.
Yeah, Maurice got on such a roll. I mean, it was unbelievable there for about a year.
Fold. Fold.
Oh, somebody's on the button and can't play a hand. Non-stop talking.
I can't play a hand. I am. Low skin though. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to.
Heads up.
He's got his pillbox covering his cars. That's not fair play.
Dude, that's where the Xanax is. The Xanax happy box.
It's more than that. He looks happy. I think it's by accident.
Yeah, I'd like to get a good flop and get a good pot going.
And there have been a few. It slowed down since Cory got there.
Fold.
That one is very knowledgeable.
Nothing wrong with that.
What's in there?
We got drugs in there.
Just having a little slight, the player mics having a slight issue, the table mics.
Yeah, I think we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. We'll try to get that fixed. Player's going to be on break in a few minutes, and we'll see what that static is.
Fold.
How many levels are we playing? That's a Boy Scout. 20.
It seems to clear it up. No. All right, excuse the noise on the back end, and we will address that right at the break. We're going to take a quick break ourselves. We'll address the background noise, and we'll start it back up.
Slow down. what is it, calibrate? Calibrate it, right? This is like
Tighten up.
8 o'clock. I don't know if you guys make out so heavy.
Yeah, obviously we're having some issues with the player mics on there.
And then when I beat him, he wasn't so happy.
I think maybe the microphones have had enough of Maurice, and I think maybe they couldn't take no more of him or something. I don't know.
They couldn't take it anymore. The microphones decided to give up. The one's right over the table. So, Jimmy, how have you liked being right here in West Palm Beach?
Oh, this is unbelievable. The weather out here is just great. I mean, my wife called me. She said it rained 7 days straight where we live there in Mississippi, and I was telling her every day we're at the beach and getting out some sun, and she didn't like it too well, but I'll have to get her out here.
Yeah, definitely. You have to take her to the Breakers. I saw a picture from you at the Breakers Hotel,
Right.
one of the nicest
Oh,
hotels in the whole country.
I thought I was in the wrong spot, but it was a great food. Yeah.
The chat's getting a little saucy, a little sassy.
Yeah.
Unleash just said, who's the dealer? That is Emily. Emily does a great job here.
Oh, she does. I mean, it's usually when we go to places, our dealers are better than the house dealers. But this place, I think y'all's dealers are really good and probably a little bit better than my dealers.
Yeah, we have some great employees right here at PBKC. And Noah actually mentioned the other night, we're always looking for more poker dealers. So you can go on our website at pbkennelclub.com, see some of the jobs that are offered. Or you could also just come in here, apply during the week. That's like 9 to 5 in the office downstairs by security, and we'll see if you can come out here and be an employee, which you could join our family right here at PBKC. D. Zanga says Brandon is smart. Brandon's getting a lot of the attention. Everybody wants him to take his mask off.
Right. Yeah, I think it's optional now here at the Kennel Club. You know, if you feel like you need to wear a mask, you wear a mask. If you don't, then you don't.
Yeah.
Vaccinations have helped good, and it's great to be back.
One of the first places that all of Palm Beach County, when they made that decision going back almost a month ago, that decided, hey, we're going to become mask optional.
Right.
You want to wear a mask? Wear a mask. If you don't want to wear a mask, don't wear a mask. Again, we're going to fix the audio issues that we're having right now with the table microphones. Looks like they're getting up to take a break right now anyway.
This could be an interesting hand, you know, if he thinks that Maurice is just trying to steal some money from him. Yep, I thought Patrick might call there.
That is Patrick Quinn and Maurice Hawkins right now in this hand.
I tell you what, a little 5 right there for Patrick, or a 4, man. I think Maurice might be going a little bit of tilt.
Yep.
Check.
Yeah, looks like Maurice is going to take this down with a pair of 7s.
And Maurice takes down the hand right before they're going to take about a 15-minute break.
15-minute break. 15-minute break.
Let's talk about the mega satellite we have tonight at 7. We were talking about what a great value that is. $130. You come in here and you can win a seat into this main event.
Right. We just got through having one at 2 o'clock, and we awarded 9 seats. So that's a lot of seats.
Yeah, 9 seats we're giving away at 2 o'clock.
Right.
We're giving away more seats tonight.
Yeah,
at 7 o'clock.
probably another 9 or 10 or 12. I mean, this, you know, for $100 you can get a $1,100 seat.
That's
I mean,
a big deal.
And almost a third of the field is going to get it. I mean, that's come on out tonight at
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock, yeah.
7 o'clock, $130 for a mega satellite.
Play that mega satellite.
Yeah, tomorrow is my favorite event when you come to town at 11:45. Is the donkey.
Donkey satellite, yeah. I called it a donkey satellite one time when I was in Choctaw, and it just kind of stuck with it. It's a one-hand satellite. You know, the house don't take any juice. It's basically a coin flip, and, you know, it's a good way to get a seat.
Yeah, it is. No, it's awesome.
What's the code for the improv?
We actually took on that same thing when it came to our live razzes with our card show. Is that
Right.
we'd do the same thing. We'd have something that we were going to razz off. People would put in, say, if a $300 item, 10 people would put in $30, and we do exactly what
Right.
you did, and do the one hand of Texas Hold'em, and the people seem to really love it. To be
Right.
honest
It's
with you.
you know, it's entertainment business. You know, the poker's an entertainment. It's not just about trying to win money. It's a little bit of entertainment. Hope you break even. Hope you win a little bit. And players seem to enjoy it.
Oh, they do. They love it. I remember last time people just standing around the table, and we'll run as many as we get.
Right.
I mean, and that's the thing. We get 10 people together, put up, what is it, $120, I think?
Right. And first place gets an $1,100 seat, and second place gets $100. So,
Yeah.
you know, they can play again basically for almost free if you come first two.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, it's a great deal and a great value. Right now, we can look at the website. If you've never been to our website, it's pbkennelclub.com. This is what you're going to see when you go on the website. Just go ahead and click on poker. And if you click on poker, there's the three ladies there.
That's what I was going to say. You know, the three ladies pop right on up.
They're here
I
all
like
the time.
that.
You know, Jimmy was just talking about them the other day.
Oh, man.
On the far left, that's Pam. In the middle, that is Angela. And on the far right, that is Aaron.
Oh, wow.
I just made that up. As I
You
was
just
going
made
along.
that up, but
Yeah, whenever I see Pam, I say, "Hey, there's Pamela Ding Dong," and
Yeah.
she always gives me a dirty look. and
Right.
We don't really have a good relationship. Let's just
Hey,
say.
how much is the Bad Beat Jackpot now here?
Bad Beat Jackpot
it's
is
unbelievable, guys.
$336,912. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy amount. I mean, can you imagine getting beat and it'd be a jackpot qualifying hand and you get, what is it, 50%, 40% or something like that?
Something like that. Yeah.
Oh.
It's like you get. Yeah. Right now, you're looking at what, over $100,000.
Yeah, that might be the biggest jackpot I've ever seen. I know in Pientka when I used to work there, 100,000 was huge.
Oh, that's a big deal.
I mean, 336. I mean, how can they not be wanting to play every day here?
Oh, for sure. When I looked it up, I did a lot of research on the Bad Beat when I was writing about the current Bad Beat. I believe it was 2011 maybe when it got up to over $500,000.
Oh,
that
wow.
was absolutely unbelievable. Here, I'm just showing you our website. Go down to the website. Jamie, who's also helping produce the show today, she does a fantastic job of updating the website constantly. I'm talking about every day at 6 a.m. And you can find all the schedules, the structure sheets, the results for every event right here and the Palm Beach Summer Classic right on our website. And again, that is at pbkennelclub.com, and then click on poker.
Yeah, Jamie does a really good job keeping it updated. She must work 24 hours a day because
Seems
she's
that
here
way.
in the morning and I go at night. She's got the results up. She does a very good job here, and she does all the tournaments here when we're not here.
She does.
She's been very helpful helping organize this tournament, and does a really good job.
No, she's awesome, and I texted her, I want to say yesterday morning at like 6:30 in the morning. For most people, you're like, oh, I don't know if I should text them at 6:30 in the morning. I know she's up because I can tell because she's updating the website on a
Oh, wow.
daily basis.
Yeah, she does a really good job.
Yeah, she's great doing that. And she's also great as our tournament coordinator right here at PBKC. And again, go to the website anytime for more information on everything going on here. Hopefully, at some point, we're going to put something on the website about signing up to be on our live stream right here on Twitch. And again, we're going to work on the sound problem right now while we're on a 15-minute break. That's the head of Patrick Tiller you just saw.
Yeah, you know, y'all stole him from me. I haven't forgiven y'all for that. He used to
really?
be my dealer.
Oh, wow.
And I guess about 8 or 10 years ago, we came here and did a World Series of Poker circuit event, and Patrick was my dealer. He loved Palm Beach so much. He said it was the greatest room he's ever been in, and y'all took him away from me. He got off the road and started working for y'all full time. And
That's great.
Yeah, Patrick's a good guy. He loves those Atlanta Falcons.
He does.
I asked him, I said, how can you love the Atlanta Falcons year after year, and they never seem to win?
Yeah.
And he just says he's an Atlanta Falcons. He loves them. So, you know, by now he should be wanting, you know, maybe the Miami Dolphins. I hear
Yeah,
there's.
by now.
Yeah.
That's a team with a bright future.
Yeah,
really
I think
is.
they're going to do pretty good in the upcoming years.
Yeah, if you know Patrick Tiller well enough, you know those aren't the exact words that he said to Jimmy. But
Well, you know, Patrick's a good guy, though. I hated losing him, but I'm glad he found a good home here, and I can come
did.
see him when I do the tournaments.
yeah, no, I'm sure he loves when you come to town. Barefoot 42 said, always a good conversation right here at the club. They were talking about bad beats. Someone was at the table once where someone won, and the winner ran out of the casino, left their chips there. Must have been a serious criminal or something like that.
Oh,
Wow.
no.
I mean, Jimmy, I think I could sit here and talk to you for days about all your funny stories, whether it's when you're running a tournament or whether you were dealing or playing in a tournament. I can only imagine the amount of stories that you have.
Yeah, I like to have a good time. That's the whole key. Sometimes it's a little dry humor. Some people don't understand it. You know, not a lot to do in Mississippi, but have a good time. You know, I live out in the sticks, so I come to these big cities like Palm Beach. It's a different atmosphere here.
Oh, it is. I see you're always doing stuff with woodworking, and I've seen some of your stuff. Looks awesome. Steffi Moe was asking what happened to Noah. Noah right now is being the boss that he is. Noah not only is my co-host today, he's also still the director of the poker room. He's also still one of the assistant general managers, so he's running around right now trying to figure out exactly what's going on with the sound problem.
They're doing a chip count right now at the table. Since it's on break, they're going to give us an updated chip count. As soon as we get that chip count, we'll let you know who has how many chips.
And what we're going to do right now, we're